I don't know, sir. May not even put on the mic yet, but it says we're live, so I'm going live. Rosalind Michael, thank you for being here. Thank you for being the first one in this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra, special, big up, shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, Donna Davis. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards. Shout out to the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel. Shout out to the payroll attendees. Today is Friday. Shout out to the engineers and the chefs in the kitchens and the secretaries in the offices. Shout out to whatever it is your job description is. My fellow content creators, shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. And on mornings like these, we say, it's the freaking weekend, baby! Ha ha! Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. And let's see how my voice kind of off. My voice is kind of off, but it's okay because I'm still feeling good. And I still give thanks and praises to the Most High because I'm still fit and healthy and strong and feel good and all these things. And I'm here and I'm happy despite whatever challenges may be happening in my life today, right? Let's start off like this because it's Friday. Some people need to be reminded this, that happiness is a mindset. Happiness is a mindset. You are in control of certain things. You're not in control of everything. You're in control of certain things. Happiness is a mindset. The ability to wake up every day and say to yourself, no matter what goes on today, or no matter what did go on yesterday, or no matter what may go on tomorrow, I'm still going to find some joy and happiness in myself throughout the day, right? And it's important to start the day out right. May I talk to myself too, It's important to start the day out right because it kind of sets your mood for the day. You ever buck up in some people early in the morning and you were smiling until you buck them up? And after you buck them up, your face skin up like you smell doodle for the rest of the day, kind of thing. So it's important to set your mind right for the day. That's what we're doing this morning. All right. Lovely Aneka is in the building. Shout out to Lovely Aneka. Lovely Aneka, thank you for being here this morning. YouTube ain't really sending out our notifications to the subscribers and all that, but it's all good. We still do the work and they'll show up when they show up if they want to show up and all these things. I realized that we also hit 390,000 subscribers, which is another feat for sure. YouTube notified me and said that I wasn't really paying attention to it, but I did say in January that I hope to end 2024 with 400,000 subscribers. Now we're on our way to 400,000. We need 10,000 more at this point. So I don't know how it's going to go, and I don't know if I'm going to achieve that goal, but I know say eventually it'll get there still, right? We're not chasing them numbers there anyway. We're just doing what we love to do, and the rest will come. Got a couple of things to talk about this morning. We're going to talk about the Vybz Kartel Tier 2 tickets for the Freedom Concert that is supposed to be held in December in Jamaica. We're going to be talking about a little youth that shoot up a school yesterday, but the continuation of that story. And it will go in a direction like this. The father of that youth has been arrested and charged. We're going to talk about that. But we're going to also talk about Jamaica and a country that is predisposed to violence and the fact that, things are going on foreign, but we have our own stuff brewing in Jamaica as well, kind of thing. And then there's a message here that I need everybody to help me share so it gets to the proper people. And we're talking about fix up. Tell the government to fix up these infrastructures. Tell the Prime Minister of Jamaica that these are the infrastructures where we want him fix up, and we want him fix them up ASAP. These are the topics we're going to be talking about this morning. So, as you can see, it's only 80 people in here, which is very abnormal for this channel when we go live in the morning time. More than half of the people whose names are in green aren't even here, and the outside viewers aren't here either. So while we have a little bit of people in here, let me big up the little bit of people that showed up, and we'll continue. Rosalind Michael, thank you for being the first one in this morning. Donna Davis, big up yourself. Lovely Aneka, my fellow content creator, is in the building. Go hit up Lovely Aneka and hit the subscribe button over there. Keep it all in the family. We support each other, and that's how we grow as a community. Say Ben TV is in the building. Simon G is in the building. Roxy21 is in the building. Charlotte, who's that? Charlotte Slaw is in the building with us this morning. Charlotte Slaw, thank you for being a part of this family. Welcome. Audrey Wright says, morning fam and present teacher. And Prellis123 is in the building. Audrey Wright says, please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live, please. And thank you. Empress Stephanie says, grand rising, SouFlo and family. It's the freaking weekend, baby. And Lovely Aneka says, I was just about to say what happened to the people them in the live. I don't know. That's how YouTube does. YouTube don't send out the notifications. The people get no notification. And because I go on sometimes 8 o'clock, sometimes 7:30, I guess they're thinking I'll be on later than earlier kind of thing. So them not get the notification, but eventually they will check and they will see that we're on and all that. A lot of the times, though, it's just the notifications not going out at all, right? And we've been asking and begging and pleading with YouTube for the longest that I think there's, I don't know, I don't want to say what I want to say because there's a clause in your contract that says you can't talk bad about the boss because they have the right, they reserve the right. You know, if you work at Burger King and you go outside and you say, I hate my boss, I can't stand him because every week my paycheck short, every that. Imagine if he had the right to fire you for speaking the truth. Know what I mean? So to read between the lines with that. But let me put it like this. Them I do what them I do. You see? And some people get elevated and some people get demoted for whatever reasons, depending on the topics you choose to speak about, depending on whatever. Honestly, what go on in a social media world. So I don't really have to explain it to you. You know, we've been asking for the longest though. So just so my audience knows, we've been asking for the longest for help. If they could please just notify our subscribers because a lot of them have been telling me that they either got disconnected from the channel and they're asking me why did you kick me off? And I'm like, I didn't kick you off the channel. I don't kick off subscribers. They're kicked off. Their subscription is gone. You know what I mean? And the people who show up for the live don't get their notification in the mornings. See, Rosalind Michael says getting no notification. Prellis123 says no notification at all. So for the grassroots people, them, I ask you to remember to show up every morning throughout the week because I will be here. For the rest of people, them, they'll wait on a notification and they probably won't get one because that's what YouTube is dealing with. This is where your stuff is tested, though. You know what I mean? This is where the power of your platform is going to be shown. If you have people who depend on a notification for remember say you exist, then good luck to you. And if you have people that remember that you exist, yo, man, go check over SouFlo, see if I'm on. Regardless, if I don't get no notification, then you will know what you're dealing with. Either way, here we are. All right. We're going to start out with the tickets for the Vybz Kartel concert. Let me first say big up and shout out to the G, Scatterbarrel, for squaring away my stuff. So me and my crew, we are good. We are good to go. We have our pod. We are good to go. Our pod is secured now. We had to go through a lengthy process to get that money transferred. You would think you could just transfer 10,000 US dollars and you can't. So the means that we used only allowed a certain amount of money in US dollars to be transferred per day. And we had to take 3 days, break it up in 3 parts and took 3 days. So once that was done, you know, Scatter them down sound issued us our confirmation and our other kind of stuff. So we're good to go. So we're in there. We're good. Me and the crew, good. Anybody else who never get them ticket from tier 1, you better, if you're interested in this concert, don't be the fox that called the grape sour, because I don't know if y'all remember this story. Growing up in Jamaica, they told us a story when I was really small about the fox, that the fox said the grape them a big bunch of grape, and the fox used to jump and try to catch the grape them, but he couldn't catch the grape, and his mouth would be watering, and he's like, damn, them grape them must be sweet. And him try and run on, bounce off of the tree and try climb up on everything. Everything he tried, he couldn't get the grapes. So after I couldn't get the grape them now, then he turned into them grape that's sour anyways. That's some sour grape them. So don't be the fox that call the grape sour because you couldn't get the grape. It's kind of like the man them in Jamaica. Some of them, when them a look woman, hey, Miss Good Body, what go on, pull up on your foot now, moms. Hey, can I talk to you? And she's like, please, I have a man, okay? And next thing you hear is, move on, go ahead. You're going like a shit can make party. You need them knock like capital K. You know to say your body shape like wet rice in a bag. Go ahead, girl. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Anyways, here's the info. Vybz Kartel, Freedom Street. You did sexy before, Mums, pull up on your foot now. And me feel in your life, Tan strong in your life like the rock of Gibraltar. You see me, I say. And she's like, oh God, please, I have a man, okay? Oh, Van, go ahead, girl. Go on like you're sweet. You're sour like what? You can smell it from over here. So smell like you don't even beard. Go ahead. After you need them knock like capital K. Body feel about one bag of wet rice. Oh, Van, go ahead, you lumpy like. Jamaican people, they're special, Anyhow, here we go. Vybz Kartel Freedom Street Concert 2024 ticket prices are announced. These are the tier 2 tickets. See, the tier 1 tickets are completely sold out. You have bleachers. If you go there, remember me tell the people that I say go where your money takes you if you can afford, because we're all going to be in the same concert anyways, right? Right. It's a go festive outside before we reach into the concert. I can promise you that. That too. Watch and see. But it's going to be festive inside as well. Worse than New Year's, and we're ringing in the new year and all these other things. So the bleachers, you want bleachers for a lively experience. That means you're in there, you're seated high in the bleachers, you can oversee everything, vibe with your crew. Grandstand is for an elevated view. And then you have the infield. The infield gets you closer to the action. And then you have cycle track. Cycle track is for the adrenaline-filled atmosphere in a cycle track. And then, of course, center stage. Center stage, if the DJ goes so and flash him sweat, it's supposed to be a liquor that is right up front and center if you want to be that close to the action. So here are the new prices for the tier 2 tickets. Bleachers. Bleachers were $125 tier 1. Shout out to all the people who got their tickets from tier 1. Bleachers are now $150. So it went from $125 in tier 1 to $150 in tier 2. Bleacher seats are located around the venue and opposite to the grandstand and now available for purchase. Well, they will be in a minute. I'll tell you when. The bleacher patrons have designated entry and exit into the venue. So anybody who have bleachers, them are going to send you one way. The patrons will have a good view of the stage and accessibility to the restrooms. Now you have grandstand. Grandstand was $300 US before. Grandstand is now $400 US at this point. So grandstand seats are located behind the cycle track, and they are now available or will be available for purchase. Next, grandstand patrons, designated entry and exit into the venue. Grandstand patrons are located in close proximity to the bars, food, and the restrooms with seats for the patrons for your comfort. You notice there's an extra little something there with each one, right? As the price increases. The infield people now, infield has changed from $400 US to $500 US to be infield. Now, infield is located right behind center stage, and it's available for purchase. Well, will be available for purchase now. This grass standing area has a great view of the stage. Infield patrons have designated ease and entry and exit into the venue, and infield patrons are located in close proximity to the food court, close proximity to the bars, and close proximity to the restroom. And of course, you have cycle track. And the cycle track, the cycle track has gone up. It was 10,000 US dollars before, and it is now it was 10,000 US dollars before, and now it is wait, what the price then? Cycle track 10,000 US dollars. Cycle track. Oh, cycle track still 10,000. No, that's tier 1. Where is my tier 2? They haven't listed the price for tier 2. I think it's now 15 or 12,000. I think it's now 12,000. Let me get to the phone real quick because I don't want to give out false information. I believe it's now 12,000. Come on. I was going with Reggaeville. Reggaeville. Wagwan. Reggaeville used to be on point. Reggaeville is usually on point. It's Nandi, it is 12,000, but I want to get it straight from the source. So I'm going to go right over to Vybz Kartel stuff right now and get it from there. So that means when we say it, nobody can say, well, you didn't listen to one subscriber and the subscriber to give you the wrong information. I can say I got it straight from the horse's mouth. So 12,000 it is for the new. Listen, if your money is not, I mean, I'm not even going to say if your money is not. You had 13 years to plan for this if you are one of them kind of people that if you were in any way a fan or faithful or knew that this was going to happen, then of course you should have been saving all along and you would be ready. Here we go. Yes, center stage. Tier 2 ticket center stage is 2,000 US dollars. It was 1,500 US dollars before. And center stage is located closest to the stage. Everybody back up, center stage have it right there. So this area is situated directly in front of the stage and behind the media area, providing right behind the media area too, providing the patrons with the closest view of the stage, center stage. Center stage patrons will have designated case of entry and exit into and exiting the venue, and this area is drink inclusive and in close proximity to the bars and the restrooms, right? And of course, cycle track is now 12,000, not 12,090. This is why I want to get it directly from the source. It's 12,500 US dollars now for the cycle track pods. And these pods are the luxurious pods that comes with the cycle track pods are located parallel to the running track. In this area has a great view of the stage. Cycle track patrons have designated entry and exit in and out of the venue, and the cycle track pods entitles you to 8 tickets and a bottle package that comes with 6 premium bottles and a dedicated hostess and security. So yeah, that's for the cycle pods. Morning, Elaine Brown. Thank you for being here, family. You remember we Elaine never forget to over here someone. So yeah, now it's 12,500 US dollars for those. Me glad me get ours out of the way already. And people, me's not no rich person, so donate generously, like you donate to your pastor. Every dollar will help. You know, people beg on TikTok and all this. When the sister me want to go to the concert, so when you can throw $1 or $2 this way, it will help. I will scrape all the dollars together. And if right now each person here gives me $2, I would be at 386 times 2, however many that is, right? Closer to $1,000 right there. Wanna help me get rich, so me can go on like me rich my next trip to Jamaica. But I am begging nicely. That's right. Put some money in the offering box. Me a pass around the offering box. What you talk about? If pastor can beg a church and people can beg on TikTok, why me can beg on YouTube? Me a beg too. Come Claudette, see that? Claudette Sterling, I appreciate you greatly, especially the people that who said they're not going. I will go for you. So give me the money so I can go for you. I will do all the jumping up for you. I promise to sing until my horse and can't chat the next day. And then we will go live and vlog the next day where I have to talk to you like this. Come on, voice, God. All kind of something like that. And then you can see which part me there and them kind of thing there. All right. So me I beg from now. It's expensive. It's expensive. But here what? I didn't do it by myself. I did it with other couples. Okay. So 8 are going there. That means it's 4 couples that are heading into this event. So you can do the same. Now watch your price. You and your friend them suppose you can put the money together, right? And link up with the people them and make sure that you get your pods. Now, I gonna feel like a star with my pod because we have security, and we have our designated hostess, a dedicated hostess, and the 6-bottle package, and all these things. Yeah, it's a boss move, not true, Nandy? Up life. Yeah, man, and again, shout out to Scatter. Big up yourself, Scatter, for looking out. SouFlo and family, blessings to you and all. I'm a new member. Charlene Allen, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here, family. And we're here having some fun this morning. But we're gonna get into some discussions. See, yesterday I know the price them when the tier 2 ticket price, tier 2 ticket prices dropped. A lot of people chip lick. People was like, Jesus Christ, I may never get it the first time because people really tried to get it the first time. The site crashed to how many cards were being used, to how many purchases were being made all at one time, and here comes tier 2, a little bit more expensive. Oh, I didn't give you the time, so you can on your marks, get set and go. And for those who didn't believe me the first time, because someone with some non-believer, when they did tell yourself the first time, said, it's not going to sell out, man, the ticket them are got available. And then listen to me. I don't know, say a credibility me standpoint. I've been doing this for a while. I told you from the beginning, I said those tickets are gonna go fast. Matter of fact, I even told you wrong to a certain degree because I said I'll give those tickets probably about a week, if that long. The tickets were gone in a couple of hours. See, we're talking about a whole stadium. Tier 2 is now up. Listen. British Jamaican G, big up yourself. I appreciate you greatly. People, I'm begging all morning, consolidating my dollars and cents, right? So we can go have a nice time on your behalf. Listen, tier 2 tickets are available Saturday, September 7th at 3 a.m. in the morning. Saturday, September 7th at 3 a.m. in the morning. Don't say me never tell you when they're available. 3 a.m. in the morning, you have to go set your alarm, get up early from about 2:25, 2:30, 2:35, 2:40 them time there, and start try. That means that you will be one of the first ones to get in because that's the trick to it. And there are other people who are getting up early and trying that. When you try calling a radio station, you have to just keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. You and a bag of people that try call, eventually your call will go through. That's the method I'm telling you to use and see if you can get yourself some tickets. And again, it no matter which part you're at in the venue, we're all going to be at the same concert, right? I would rather you be there than you not be there. It's going to be Jamaica. It's going to be a festive time in Jamaica. A lot of you are going to be in Jamaica that time of the year anyways. Me did I go there Jamaica that time of the year already anyways. We were planning a December trip to Jamaica already anyways. But this made sure that we are going to be there for sure. Because the December trip did like, maybe I'll go, maybe I won't go. Since we just went a month and a half ago already. Right. So this is like a turnaround trip for us. This will be our second trip to Jamaica for the year. Jamaica nice, with all the problems we are going, Jamaica nice. But anyway, we could get into some real stuff now. Not like this is not real, but let's get into some reality. All right. I don't want to damper anybody's morning. I don't want to damper anybody's spirit. There's a story here that says, I'm sick and tired of it. Let me put on my glasses to block out these big lights. so they don't burn out my eyes. Nandi said, nice, bud. I'm if you tell them, you know, Nandi, oh, when you're on the rock, why? I'm on the rock. Yeah, man, when you're up on the rock, come have some fun. Come have some fun. Treat yourself. I know a lot of you out here been working hard and you've been saving. Listen, sometimes you see, in life, you owe it to yourself to treat yourself a little bit. Okay? You owe it to yourself to step out of that comfortable, being boring kind of box and treat yourself a little bit. Remember, we say yesterday, we don't control this thing, so we don't know when we are good on in the grave, if you want to put it that way. And I don't mean to sound morbid or anything. I just need to feel the need to remind you to live a little. Remind you, and I'm speaking to myself too. Remind you to live a little. Remind you to treat yourself to something nice. Remind you to treat yourself to some experiences. You pile up money and sit down in your house and you go dead left it on somebody else who don't even like you, probably going to get it and spend it. You know what I mean? We see this happen all the time. People dead and left all them nice car and them big pretty house, and guess who go live in it? Guess who take it? Guess who have it? People who didn't even like them in the first place. People who they would have never left that to in the first place. So yeah, life is short, man. So step out and enjoy yourself. Make it a date and don't be late. Even those who don't have their money intact right now, you have a lot of time to get some money intact because it is all the way in a December. And we know about it from last month. Not true? So let's get it done. All right. And I look forward to seeing a lot of you there because I'm definitely going to be there. So the little meet and greet what we are going to do can be as exciting as that is. I told you all that I'll be doing a meet and greet there as well. And, you know, my sidekick is going to be there with me. My new girl is going to be there with me. And we're going to be meeting and greeting. So come out and see us and, you know, dap it up and share hugs and talk a little bit and enjoy the festivities and these kind of things. I know say it's real because we are real people. All right, on to this. I am sick and tired of this. That's what the headline says. Islington St. Mary, big up on yourself. In Islington St. Mary, termites are falling from rain-soaked ceilings and are making life difficult for the educators and the pupils, the teachers and the students at the Water Valley Primary School. Now, this is not just at Water Valley Primary School. I need your ears and eyes this way for a minute. This is at a lot of the schools in Jamaica, the educational institutions. I am sick and I'm tired of this. Rain is now falling and the classrooms are getting wet, Principal Hyacinth Gale said as she pointed to one section of a grade 4 classroom. It is one of three infested by termites, one of 3 schools that are completely infested by termites. The affected classrooms are used by students who are preparing to do their exams. She said, they're preparing to do the already stressful primary exit profile exam, or PEP as it's called, examinations. For those of us who are big people, me say, one day hear me. One day me say, my pass common entrance from me at 8, you know. Yeah, them they tell my grandmother say me too young. And my grandmother said, too young which part? This boy is a genius. And so me brag, right? This is me grow up right. Me I grow up a brag. So me pass common entrance from me at 8, you know. And wifey look at me one day and say, babe, you know, so when you say common entrance, you really give away your age still because them not use common entrance no more. Common entrance is from a time gone by. It's kind of like this thing that we have on our arms, right? I forgot which arm. This right here that we have on our arm. Let me put closer. The sitting one them they give away. The injection will left the big burn, something right there. So yeah, if you see those on any Jamaican person, you know say a big people them there, right? Because them stop do that from way back when. So far, I hope your new girl don't do. I see them with us when she sees us hugging and greeting you, British Jamaican girl. Oh, yeah, I hope so too. I hope so too. I hope so too. And I hope I don't do. Let me see which insecure man we can think about now. Not that Sinem is insecure or nothing. Sinem says she is just, well, she said she did a video on it. She actually said she is just she madly in love, and they are her birth sign, they are clingy kind of people, and so on and so forth. So the vaccine, the BCG vaccine scar pussy galore. Yes, yes, yes. You know which one we are talking about. If you see them the power, you know say we are somebody mother and father. We are big people. Yeah, we're on our way to being grandparents now. Some of we are grandparents already too. But anyhow, what she said, yeah, I just hope I'm not, but I don't know how me I go act if me say my new girl a hug up man. And matter of fact, we have to establish some rules before we get into all that. Cause you know, you start give out hug and then hug turn to kisses and then kisses turn to gone with somebody else and these kind of things. So we're not gonna do all of that. We're there for a festive time and we're gonna keep it that way. Me no want left Bringo and me bro them make up and Bex and she Bex and you Bex and everybody Bex. So far, that's not true. Jamaica still get that vaccine. Jamaica still gets the vaccine. Jamaica doesn't give the vaccine in a manner that still gives you the scar, though. They don't get it in a manner that gives you the scar. I don't know not one new age Jamaican that has this, that has a scar. I don't know anybody under 30 that has this. That's what me I say. Reggae girl. If you know anybody under 30 will have this, point them out for me. Because I don't know nobody under 30 that has this. That's what I'm talking about. So they could still be given a vaccine, but there was something in it that gave us this distinguished mark here that will not go away for the rest of your life. All right. Family boy, I was wondering what happened to you. Clean D, I was wondering what happened to you. I was wondering why the people didn't show up. But apparently I started too early, right? I'm a 70s baby and I don't have it, says Nandi. Really, Nandi? You don't have it? You escape. Right, Claudette Sterling, they don't get the scar anymore. Kaitai Jai Empress says, I don't know how I don't have the scar and I scarred easily. Nandi says, yes, my shot kind of gets smaller and little. For me, no, for me, I mean just get big. I mean just get big. For me, still there. It's still there. It's I mean I cover it up with tattoo and all kind of something and it still can't hide. It's still there. And when I felt left out as a Jamaican, because people used to look at you and they used to be like, especially back in the like early 90s, late 80s, people used to look by your little hand, they used to be like, you not Jamaican, you Haitian. And nothing wrong with being a Haitian, but that's how they used to tell us in Miami. I remember one time somebody said to me, go back on your banana boat. And I said, I didn't come here on no banana boat. I came on an airplane, right? And then the person said, take your ass back to Haiti. I don't give up. And I say, I'm not from Haiti, I'm Jamaican. And the person says, Haitian, Jamaican, I don't give a damn. It's all the same shit. Get your ass back to. So they used to treat you a certain kind of way, but there were some of them who were wise to this scar. So they used to be like, let me see your arm. You ain't got that scar. You ain't no damn Jamaican, right? That's me. So Nandi, I say, used to feel left out. Me used to feel proud. I used to have my scar. So I used to make sure my scar show all the time, right? British Jamaican girls say I have a big mark. And some people who want it big get way bigger than the others. For me, never that big. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. Morning, everyone.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm just letting you know that yes, we still do it. My kids and your kids, same age, same year.
They still
have the scar.
Them have the scar?
Yeah.
Really?
My kids and your kids, same year.
And them have the scar?
Both of them. Yes.
Oh wow.
They still do it, man.
I thought they still gave but there was something in it that scarred us that they took out of it, so we don't get scarred no more.
No, then I thought so too because I don't have it, but they have it.
What?
But the nurse said it's because probably my skin is not easy to scar or whatever. But I'm fully vaccinated and I don't have the scar, but they have it.
Whoa. Okay, so I learned something new this morning. Thanks for confirming. Because I was
No
told,
problem.
that younger people don't have it and they stopped doing it a while ago and they took out
No,
some kind of
man.
ingredients. I mean, couldn't find nobody under 30 that have the scar.
No, sir. My kids and your kids, same age, same year.
Mm,
And
and
yes,
they yours
and
have
they
it.
have it.
All
Yes.
right, all right, all right. So see that? All right,
Big up.
big up. So who no have no scar, go get your scar or go scar yourself because you're not a Jamaican until you. Let me stop. Let me stop. Next thing people are judged me by scar. You don't have your scar. You're not a real Jamaican. She said her kids are my kids' age and they have it. That and them get the shot and them have the scar and she don't have it and she get it. So I guess it's a skin thing then. Have we been ignorant about this all along? Because of that, them did tell me, said there was an ingredient in it back in the day that would burn and scar the site of the injection, and they took that out as medicine evolved. So the younger generation still get that type of injection with but there's something missing from it that no longer scars the skin. That sounded intelligent to me, so I was running with it. I didn't I didn't know. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Grand Rising, SouFLo.
Grand Rising family, how you
Um,
doing?
I'm good. This the scar from the vaccine. My
Mm-hmm.
mother did have it, and she said it's a polio shot where she did get.
Right.
She was born 1944, and
Mm-hmm.
like people from back in the days, them have it. It's like a little round thing that you see on the arm. And my
Right.
mother had it, and she said she had a polio shot.
Right. But that did
That's
come
what caused it.
right.
But not everybody have it because I don't have it. Like my sisters don't have it. But like people like my mother's age and people like my auntie, they have it.
But that did come. There's people younger than your mom that have it. But that did come. It's sure me younger than your mom. She from 1940 something. But that did come.
Yeah.
People got it all the way up until that scar. In my mind, I'm learning different now. But in my mind, I thought they stopped giving it about say mid 80s. So anybody who born after mid 80s, they wouldn't have it. That's what I thought.
But me
But
born 72, me born 72 and me not have it.
yeah, well, me born after you and me have it. So I'm learning new
That's
this
great
morning.
because my mother have it and all of the people them like fair age and she call it she say I want polo strap. She did get
Right. So
polo.
me I learn new this morning. Say I know everybody have it, and some people might have the shot but don't have the scar. So we are learn
No
something new
wonder
this
if there was
morning.
an allergic reaction like how you get what that thing where you get when you pierce your body and it bump
Like
up. What you
keloid
call
skin.
that? Like keloid. Me I wonder if there's something like that then get the type of it.
You know what it could be, But you know, them used to tell me back then if you go drink tea, cause if any allergic reaction or nothing, some source will take care of that or something like that. Why? Me don't
I
know.
think herb take care of everything.
Yeah, tea, our herb take care of everything.
All
Yeah.
right, now go back to that chat.
All right,
Later.
manners. Well, I live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo, one brother.
I'm there, bro. What?
Long time I listen to you, but say, as I mentioned, that thing there.
Discard
We
it.
have a, yeah, this car. We have a daughter of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
We have it, and around 3 months now, the mark the pan around, and I wonder, how the mark is still there,
She just born or what?
No, she have 15 months. Yes.
It's a baby.
She's a baby, and she get
Mm.
the shot. And at 3 months now, the mark still up on her hand.
And a
Still
Canada
not
she
go
there.
here. And I care that she born.
Oh wow.
So they shot them. So them still give out the shot them.
Right. And some people still a get scar.
Till I get scared.
Me I learn that
But
now.
after 3 months, the scar is still not healed.
Yeah, me I learn that now. So me can't
Yeah,
stop.
man,
Me
but
can't
give
stop
thanks for
now.
that.
Manners and respect, brother.
Yeah, man.
All right. All right. So we learn. We live and we learn and we teach each other as we go along, right? So we don't walk out a road, go sound ignorant when we are chat. I've learned now, so I won't be walking around anymore looking at people and talking about you're not no Jamaican. You're not come from no 80s. I know. Say, let me see your hand. And then say, I'm gonna say you lie, you come from somewhere else. You just try be Jamaican. No, me know. Now me know. Some people get it, some people don't get it. We get the shot, but not everybody get the scar. All right. All right. Moving right along now. Let's get back to something serious. I hate that we cut this serious topic and I feel like we cut it for something frivolous, so we feel bad. So let me get into this because there's a message that's attached with this, right? Starting over from the top. Islington St. Mary. Termites are falling from the rain-soaked ceilings and are making life difficult for the teachers and the students alike. I am sick and I'm tired of this. Rain is now falling and the classrooms are getting wet, says Principal Hyacinth Gale, said as she pointed to one section of the grade 4 classroom. It is one of 3 infested by termites. The affected classrooms are used by students who are preparing to do the already stressful primary exit profile PEP examinations. The termites are falling on the teachers and on the students' heads and on their clothes, which are surely becoming uncomfortable for them, the principal said to the Jamaica Observer reporter who was there to cover this story. Shout out to the Jamaica Observer, so there is no plagiarism me using their story. She said that the school struggles with this problem even before she became the principal, and it has remained unaddressed, even though she has repeatedly sought help from the Ministry of Education. A building offer came to the school before school restarted, but we were told that no money was granted to do such a project. So them offer we a new building, then them come tell us that nothing no go so and no money is offered to do such a project. Her plan is to have classes in the school's auditorium instead, but she knows this is just a temporary fix to a huge problem because if the termites are already spread to 3 classrooms in the building, that means they're eating out the wood infrastructure and the roofing and falling onto people. So eventually they will spread to other parts of the building as well. One parent whose child move up to grade 4 next year is hoping that issues will be fixed by then. The parent said, I hope he don't get a termite classroom. If he gets one, I will have to find a new school for him to go to. I'm not going to let him stay under that condition, said the woman who asked not to be identified by her name. She's worried that the relevant authorities have abandoned the school. Sometimes I wonder why the government treats these schools so badly. The classroom, them a eat down and a leak, and they can't even assist us. Big September morning, picnic go back to school, and them have to face this. Go sit down in a class with termite a drop on you, in your hair, on your uniform. This is bad. This is actually a real nightmare. The parents praised the support that was provided by the Parent Teachers Association and by Past Students Association, which she credited with more of the beautification of the school. It's not government doing it, it's people in the community doing it. She said that they recently patched a section of road leading to the school, public road. Now, like Principal Gale, the concerned mother is waiting for the state to do the rest that they are supposed to do. So, I have a little message here. I still haven't put this video up yet. I have footage from when I went to Jamaica last, and I made sure that I went right back up to, I videoed the road driving from where I used to live at my grandparents' house all the way to the first major city, which is quite a drive. And I just wanted everybody here to see that when we say certain things, I know because a JLP in a power and we are trying to get PMP in a power, it's not because we are doing any political anything. It is because we are showing people the reality that some of the stuff we speak about is not lie or is not made up stuff. I don't know if y'all saw Safari recently. You know, Safari say want to go Jamaica, go do a back to school drive, give us some stuff. Then Erica Mena jumps on social media, cuss him out and say if him not treat him pick them good, but this hypocrite there Jamaica going like him care about other people picnic. That's the mix-up part of it, right? Mr. Safari in Jamaica doing the treat, and then he was crying in his interview. you know, every time man cry, people laugh. When woman cry, people get sympathetic. But he was crying. But me as a listener. So I'm listening, come here and say, what did you cry about? No. And when I'm listening, the man said, it's just so nostalgic, you know, and even some colors remind him of certain something. This is the era that his dad's from, his parents are from, and he spent his early years right in this area. And him said even the road them with certain pothole or something in the road them stay the same. That is a man who is in his 40s at years olds, right? Right. And he might tell you, say, the road them stay the same from him a picnic. Me, I'll go back and I videoed it. And this weekend, I'm going to post the video so you can see. So, my message this morning is this. Because we have to use the platform a lot of the times for something to load up some of these messages so they get further than just 1 and 2 people voices, right? Now, my message is this. Tell the government of Jamaica, especially he who is in power, because we're tired of hearing, oh, so you never blame the people them who was before me and my party, but you want to blame us, are you in a power now? So make we blame you now, because work is here to be done now. Now, I love the fixing up of the infrastructure, but I realize there's a certain bias to it, right? So tell them to fix up these types of infrastructures with public hospitals. Any country that have public hospitals that are dilapidated and in deplorable condition, that means that we can't properly take care of the health and healthcare needs of our people. That's a problem. To include women and children, if you want to break it down like that, because them don't really care about man, right? We should go to bush, go drink tea, and be all right. But let's put it women and children. We can't necessarily take care of them, right? And then our schools. We can't have our children sitting in class and termite drop out a ceiling on them, water leak out of the roof on them, and all these kind of things. How is that child supposed to focus and learn if they're going into school classrooms that are subpar, school classrooms that are not even comfortable, school classrooms where they have to be brushing off termites? I'm afraid of creepy crawly, you know, as big as me is as a man. I'm afraid of things that creep and crawl around. So if me sit down next to you, I used to get up and run like bolt, or something drop on me or jump on me. So I can't imagine these kids being comfortable in a classroom knowing that at any minute something can crawl up my leg, can drop out of the ceiling on the floor, or can drop in on my hair, or can drop on my neck or my back, or crawl down in on my clothes. Is this what this is us? This is us? And the rural roads. So, Mr. Prime Minister, public hospitals, schools, and rural roads. Them three there, not for only you, for the person who is seeking to be in power next, Marky Mark, make these your priority. Okay? Public hospitals, schools, and rural roads. I'm tired of the people them going like nobody don't live in the rurals. I'm tired of them acting like regular road where regular Jamaican people use, away from where the rich people road them there. Regular road where most of Jamaica use, them road they don't get fixed up. Them road there is not getting fixed up. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Morning, General.
Hold on, let me finish this real quick, my brother. The only roads that are the only roads I see getting fixed up, let's not be blinded. They're building a whole lot of resorts, a whole lot of all-inclusive hotels, and the new highways and roads that lead to these resorts and these all-inclusive businesses. That's how them are do. And a ball to about how we're fixing up the infrastructure. Enough we. Talk to me, brother. What go on?
Morning.
Morning.
Speaking about the whole infrastructure thing, is a news out there, but you know, say no come for like mainstream media, but you know if you hear about it, the guy think of Shangsa International Airport, where apparently I think I either drop down or something like that. They come on Popeye, they have it up.
Yeah. What?
And apparently it must drop and it must burst in head or something, and the wound is so big. and basically nobody no pay him no attention, and they never have no ambulance. Then say the ambulance where they are Cornwall only one ambulance they have, and apparently if you need want a private ambulance, somebody would have to pay 400 US. And you know, so the man end up sitting there and then
Wow.
yeah.
Because the public hospital did only have one ambulance and the one ambulance busy. And if him did
Yeah,
want a private ambulance, he would have to fork out a 400 US and him couldn't
yeah,
do it, so I'm still on there and dead.
yeah.
Tell them something I talk about, man. These are the
Yeah.
things I talk about, brother.
So they them boast about infrastructure and these things. I wonder which infrastructure.
Which infrastructure? But me know which
Yeah,
one. Yeah, me know which
yeah,
one. And
yeah.
it's not the
Because we
ones that
have
benefit us.
no, because we have big old airport like that. Because we use me travel through Montego Bay regular. And to know say they don't have not even one medical staff, nothing. That's
Mm,
sad.
that is super
You
sad.
know. So God forbid if one lady get pregnant or something, what would happen to her?
So,
You know, so
super
it
sad.
just sad. Yeah, and you know, say you know, company news, TVJ and CVM now carry that because you know, a tourism business,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the next thing when people to understand. Like for people like in the US, when the embassy put out them something, you know, people have if we say, if you heard Jamaica, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, if you kind of wake up because something like this could have happened to me or you.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely.
Something like this could have happened to me or you, and we did and gone, and that was it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
move along the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's sad. And I Florida, the guy I come from, you know, same Florida. I just do checking line in there.
Right.
Yeah, so, you know, just gotta touch upon that real quick still, huh?
All right, my brother. Well, thanks for bringing that to light.
Yeah, man, respect.
Manners.
Uh,
See, these are the things I talk about. So when we talk to my Jamaican people, them and I keep telling y'all, say, listen, stop with this political party die hard something. Them none of them not care about we like that. We have to go make them care about us. We have to make them care about us. And the only way we can make them care about us is to flip them out on a regular basis. Since y'all not ready to vote for a third party, an independent party, a different party than the same old two, we have to go start flip out the same two on a regular basis. So they know that, hey, if these list of 10 things are not accomplished within short order, by the time the next election pull around, we definitely will not be in power anymore because they're going to put the other people in power. It is the Jamaican people who have empowered these people to treat them like that. And that's why them treat us up. And as soon as anyone I will talk, you have the regular Jamaican people who you're trying to look out for their best interests, right? You have the regular Jamaican people who turn on you. Move on, go ahead. A PMP, that's why you talk that. Why you never did sell that when time PMP did in a power. You know what's crazy though? And I keep saying this. If my wife, any of my picnic them, or myself, drop off a nut in the airport and bust my head, 400 US park out quick for private ambulance. I'm going to a private doctor and I can afford to pay that fee. You, on the other hand, might not be able to do it. So when I talk for you. I'm not talking for me. Call me good. I'm talking for you. And a lot of the times I realize that our people be like ready to kill the messenger, and them not even realize it's that messenger is speaking on your behalf for betterment for you and yours. Cause the same one I go come ball say, I'm sure we never did have the 400 US or we never did have the 800 and the 1200 US. My mother turned there and dead. It don't have to be like that. It does not have to be like that. Stop shooting your messengers and your advocates first. Recognize when people are trying to help you first. And then get behind who is trying to help you. And then see if you don't see things change. But y'all spend a lot of time fighting the people that's trying to help you. And I think it's a level of ignorance, like Nandi just said. It's the level of ignorance that there sometimes you take on the fight, and realize that the people that you fight for, you have to go fight them too. And the fight get rough. It's like, yo, why do I do this? I don't have to do this. Now me I fight the people them where I'm trying to get some rights for. I don't have to complain about schools and termite falling on my children or nothing. The school of my picking them go. If fly pitching at the classroom, a note come home saying they are evacuating and the children will be this an emergency. This is called in and all that. So me not in that league there. I'm looking out for people. I'm speaking for people who I think need to be spoken for. So stop fighting the people who are fighting for you. That part. Get behind them and empower them so that you will see changes. That's how it is for us. I hate that this is how it is. But may I tell you, man, every time I go to Jamaica, no lie, the same roads them I grew up on, the same, the same pothole them. I'm not talking about some big pothole in a man. What truck with big truck tire don't even go in a them pothole there. The truck them you have to stop down there, so because the road them not wide in the part of Clarendon that I'm from. I'm from way up in the hills. So if two cars are coming in opposite direction, one have to pull over and hitch up on a banking so the other one can skirt past. So you can imagine if it's two truck or something like that I come. One have to reverse, go back down so and park up in a one bend on one corner so the other one can go past. And still you have potholes that are like big as hell, big enough for a truck tire to fall in. Potholes that are so sharp they bust your car tires. They've been there since I was a kid. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
What's up? What's up, SouFLo? How are you?
I'm good, family. How you doing this morning?
Dude. You've been talking about the PNP and the Labour parties, right?
No, I'm talking about government. Yeah, true that. Government
Yeah.
period and what they are not doing and what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I really don't like, the government because I think the government is whoever you vote for. I mean, you have to vote for whoever they vote for. It's only for the government interest. It's like you said one day. If they get sick, they can fly out. They fly out to Miami.
Yes. If your leaders get sick, they fly out of the
Yes.
country. That alone should tell us something. That
Yeah,
alone should tell us
absolutely.
something as a people. And I peeped that when I first started doing YouTube. I said, hold up. Our leaders, if they get seriously sick, I know like Christopher Tufton, him get bounced off on bicycle by Valiant the other day, and he went up to one private hospital in one private room and him get treated for that. That's minor. I'm talking about when people get really sick. When people get really sick, we always see GoFundMe being taken up. We always see
Yep.
them having to go to a foreign country and get airlifted out of the country and all that. Right. And when these things happen to our leaders, they don't go to anywhere in the country because we don't have it available in the country, which is sad. Matter of fact, right? Now that you open my mind up to this, I'm an advocate for the field of occupational therapy studies, right? Whether you want to be a COTA,
True.
which is a certified occupational therapy assistant, or you want to go full speed ahead into OTR, right? Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know that me doing research because I was like, I'm going back to Jamaica. And when it was time to do my clinicals, I said, let me go do my clinicals in Jamaica because my university I was at here, they have a program where you could go overseas and do your clinicals. So I picked Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to go to Jamaica and do my clinicals. And then I did some research and found out that there isn't even a school in Jamaica that offers this subject. So if an individual decides that they want to be an occupational therapist or work in the field of occupational therapy, they have to be schooled from outside of Jamaica and then imported into Jamaica. Like
Yeah.
we're just
You
so
are right.
backwards in so many ways, and there are so many things that are needed that are not available. Do you know that when somebody has a massive stroke, since we just started talking about cancer and stroke the other day, cancer and stroke patients often end up in therapy, and they often end up
Yep.
needing the services of occupational therapy and physical therapy. Now, if we're not turning out
Absolutely.
these people in our country, but we are being overridden by a rapidly rising number of cancer cases and stroke cases, what is that telling you? Burn
That's
unit.
telling me
Thank you, Kaitai Jai Empress. Burn units. People get burnt up seriously in Jamaica. You notice you see them
yeah,
flying them out to another country or they'll die. So yeah, these
yeah,
are things that I tell the people, man. Like, you watch who you voting for and make the list and hold them accountable
yeah,
to the list. And if they do not produce, out of there, one term. That's what everybody should
yeah.
get. One term. You have one term to produce. You understand?
Yeah.
Right.
Talking about physical therapists, about 50 years ago, they did a back operation and they did a hip replacement in Miami. Can you believe the doctor didn't want me to go to rehab?
The doctor didn't want you to go to rehab.
No, this was in Miami. They
Mm.
didn't.
Yeah,
They
but
wanted to operate on my leg again after he did it the second time.
mm, but you had the choice though,
Mm.
right? And you had the
Yeah,
resources,
because
right?
of course, because I was
Okay.
in the States. That's
Right,
why.
right. So imagine somebody who don't have a
Yeah.
choice and don't have the resources. And the choice and the resources should be available. And this is what we're trying to get to be available to our people in Jamaica.
Oh, absolutely,
Right.
absolutely.
All right.
I think
Yeah, I
okay,
appreciate you
so
calling
far,
and thank you.
have a wonderful day.
You too now.
All right, bye.
Bye bye. Yeah. So that's all with that. Karen Notice says slackness, that's crazy. Like the American woman who needed a pad and couldn't get one. These are human rights, basic things. British Jamaican girl says, R1 go over the gully. Karen Notice says, when my husband died, they were trying to transport him without covering his body. And I got a sheet and covered him up. Kataja Empress says, we don't even have a burn unit. People get burned up, them have to get on plane and fly out, be transported to the US or somewhere. Onika St. John says, I know a young lady who moved back to Grenada and opened 2 OTPT centers. And I couldn't believe there weren't any centers operating. They have OTPT in Jamaica, but I'm speaking for OT in my profession specifically, the schooling to get there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Okay.
Yes, this is SouFLo.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Oh, my TV is a little bit behind yours, so I didn't get catch up to you. But I just wanted to say good morning
Okay, good morning
and
to you.
God bless. I said going to your concert.
Oh, yes.
All right. Have a good day.
All right, you too now.
All right. Bye.
Me love you and me thank you for calling in, but me think you're never call in with something more sensible. And that's a perfect example of why when a lot of you call my business phone throughout the day and I just don't answer, I just let it go to a voicemail. And if it's important, you leave me a voicemail message and I'll call you back, right? So yeah, me there more time and me think I ring on me, I say, all right, could be money on the phone, somebody a business proposal or something. Hello? Yo, SouFLo, I go on, my G. Say, yeah, man, what? Everything good? Yeah, man. Hey, you what? Boy, me just there, relax, chill out and them kind of thing. They want go on with you. Cause I have, I don't know disrespect to nobody, but if you live in my day, I'm a kind of person me work in an overdrive. So if you live in a one of my idea, and I appreciate it, and I don't know how to be disrespectful, so me just get caught up. So even though when I say it, don't call my phone unless it's about business, people still call, and when they call, I don't have the heart to say, you know, here, Mr. No call before it's about business, or answer my phone and be like, this better be about business. This is SouFLo. Hello, I think about doing it, but me have such a soft heart that we can't do it. Because you never know. Somebody might just need somebody to talk to or something, but we can't do that for everybody. We can't do that for everybody. More time on the call, me there I do this, me I do that. I'm working like 3 projects at once. You know what I mean? I'm doing a bunch of different things. Sometimes wifey gone, just me and the kids, and me have 2 baby on my foot, and then I run around while, and then me I try to do some work. Yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff going on, and then here you are going. And sometimes they hear my kids in the background, Daddy, come on, let's do this. And they'll even say it. Wow, you're there with the youth, them. That's a good thing, you know. Yeah, man, me hear the youth, them in the background, me hear baby girl, I call you and everything. But here what? Just give me a minute there, 5 more minutes. Let me tell you about something. If I ever call somebody and I hear, Daddy, come on, let's go, I will say, tell me a better time I can call you back. That's it. Come here, your youth, right? But no, and them not tell me nothing substantial and nothing. Just yeah, man. So you know, some just there, you know, just go on. Boy, a long time me I watch you still, you know. Me I appreciate the work you put in. I appreciate y'all too. I love you too. But it don't work so. All right, it don't work so. Mel says it's because they consider you a part of their family and it's how they start their day. Yeah, me I talk about all throughout the day. I don't know who I start them day 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening, and all these kind of things. Big Sunday morning early, and then something there. And I appreciate it. I love it. I just can't be there for everybody, and I don't have the heart to say, come off of the phone or don't call unless a business or something. So I just left the phone, make it ring. That's why you hear people say, damn, I'm surprised I got to you. You won't be answering it up because of that. Right? That's all. Anyhow, big up on yourself, man. Same way. Now, let's talk about something else that we were talking about, right? Kind of an extension of yesterday's topic, and this will flow right into it. Pull up. So yesterday, and I'm doing this specifically for a reason, I need you to walk with this story. Manchester, Jamaica. 2 men were shot dead, and another man was injured at a bar in Bottom Albion, Manchester, on Tuesday night. Police named the men as Kolu Stultz, otherwise called Rasta, a 29-year-old resident of Albion, and Henry Brown, who is otherwise called Iceman, and he was 44 years old and a resident of Barnstable. Police said that about 9:20 p.m., a gunman entered a bar and opened fire on the men. An eyewitness told Observer Online that the gunman then grabbed a bag which reportedly had about $100,000 in it and other items from what the bar had before fleeing the scene. So on foot. Obviously, this looked like a robbery, right? Councillor Carl Smith, People's National Party for Knockpatrick Division, said that the area has been quiet for some time. Nothing really a going around here. But then you have this. So waking up to these tragic news of another senseless killing in the community of Albion, where 2 young men have now lost their lives, and one is in the hospital with gunshot wounds, it's never a good thing for any community. It instills fear in the community, tells the people that live there that we're not safe. It's happening to us. We're encouraging anybody who knows anything to assist the police in bringing whoever is responsible for this to justice. Smith, a first-time councillor, said he would support any strong security measure that was imposed by the police in the area. Anything that makes the Knockpatrick Division safer, I am fully involved, he said. I am into it. So if it means a lockdown or a curfew, as long as we bear fruit from it, I am fully for it. All right. The reason I'm doing that is this. For the last 2 weeks, I've been covering stories where every time there's a shooting in Jamaica, multiple people die in those shootings. All right. And the reason why I'm doing that is because we'll take you now to a story that happened in the US yesterday. And that story has to do with the shooting up of the school. And I said yesterday that this is something I don't have to worry about in Jamaica. I don't have to worry about, because I've never heard of a school shooting in Jamaica. I've heard of gunman trail a man and shoot him outside of the school as he was trying to pick up his child or something. And I've heard of gunman meet school official on school grounds and shoot them there. I've never heard in Jamaica's history of a student bringing gun to school and shooting up other students because their life is just so rough. Me I said to myself, say if some of them youth here are foreign go through what some of the youth them in Jamaica go through, them would have kill everybody. Termite a drop on you, water leak on you, you go home, your father thump out your teeth them, your uncle molest you, your mother don't care, you know, or your mother beat you in every word. She say your father is not there, him out the road a chase girl. Everybody in the community, your brother and your sister, like no food no in the house, your daddy drunk down a bar every day. The reality is that some of these youths go through and them not killing nobody. So this is not something that we deal with in Jamaica. However, I want Jamaica to know, because I see the Jamaican people in the comment section rejoicing. And them a talk about foreign safe. Look here, Pitney always a shoot up school, a beer school shooting a go on. I want you all to know that is 20-something school shootings. That one yesterday made 24 school shootings for the year so far in the United States of America. If you have children going to school here, you should be super friggin' worried. I'm super worried every day. I hug mine tight, tell them I love them, and pray to God the whole day till them come back home, right? Now, with that said, I want Jamaica to understand something. You're not in the clear because we have adopted something we are going to foreign. We pick up some foreign ways now. So now we are start the mass shooting too. Not in our school and our kids yet, but out in public places, and people are get killed in numbers, right? Remember, you know, just the other day in Clarendon, 17 shot, 8 dead one time. Shortly after that, another scene happened. Before that, shortly, another scene happened. Not too long ago before that, we did a story where they wiped out a whole family, and a family of 6 in a house, right? And they told the little boy and the little girl, put the baby in a stroller, come out of the house and walk, and then execute everybody else in the house. So we're having this happening regularly in Jamaica. Now, that brings me to this conversation right here. First of all, before we talk about Jamaica and Jamaica being a country that is predisposed to violence, I want to, wait there, we're not answering no phone yet. I want to say this. The father of the suspect who shot up the school, and you see how them nicely handle him in the media? The father of the suspect. He's not a suspect anymore. The picnic them see him shoot up the school, him kill some of them. The teachers saw him shooting. He killed some of them too. You know, but it's a little white boy, so the media still calls him, even days after the crime was committed, a suspect. Even though we see him do it, and he's recorded on cameras doing it, he's a suspect. So the little murderer was shot up the school. They have also arrested his father now. There were a lot of people in my comment section yesterday saying they should arrest that damn father. But I didn't see any grounds to arrest him. But they found grounds to arrest him. The father of the suspected shooter who opened fire at the Georgia high school, killing 2 teachers and 2 students yesterday, he was charged yesterday, in connection with that same attack, marking the latest case of authorities now holding parents accountable for their children's violent actions. Colin Gray, he's 54 years old. He's the father of Colt Gray. He was charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children. And according to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, online jail records shows that the elder Gray, who's 54 years old, was booked into the Borough County Detention Center on Thursday night, and he is being held there without bond. Authorities said that Colt, who is 14 years old, he was armed with an AR-15 platform-style weapon when he carried out the deadly shooting in the high school on Wednesday. Colt Gray faces 4 counts of felony murder. Additionally, there will be other charges added to that, and he is being charged as an adult. These charges that the father have now They stem from Mr. Gray knowingly allowing his son to own an AR-15 rifle. 14 years old, right? You want to bring one to show this morning. This. The man allow him 14-year-old to hold this. To own this. This is what he took into the school. Crazy. We're going to get back to that in a minute and talk about Jamaica, and I'm going to show you how all this ties in a minute. Right? Now he is fully held accountable because he allowed his son at 14 years old to possess one of those kind of weapons. His charges are directly connected with the action of his sons and him allowing him to possess that weapon. Mason and Christian Angulo, both 14, and the math teacher Richard Aspinwall, 39, and Christina Irimi, 53, they were all fatally shot. 2 teachers, 2 students. The killer, 14. The 2 students he killed, 14. One of the 14-year-olds that he killed was actually an autistic child who was in a special needs class. And the youth opened fire in a special needs class. It was sad yesterday to see, I believe it was his sister that was trying to get in touch. If anybody see my brother, please, if he is, the sister message said, if he is escalated and worked up, just use calm words and a calm demeanor towards him and he'll calm down, right? Because autistic, and he is going to be worried and, you know, on the spectrum dealing with whatever excitement's going on around him. And then her next message after that was, my brother did not make it out of the school. He's dead. So the little youth turned the rifle into, started off shooting in a special needs class. Right. Now, with saying that, we look at these things and we compare ourselves in Jamaica and we say to ourselves, them can't talk about Jamaica not safe. Them dangerous. Look how for them life look. But I'm telling Jamaica this, don't beat up your chest. Because we have our own stuff going on and it's horrible what's happening to us as well. I'm not old yet. But just come here the other day, and in such short time in our history, things have changed so much that we're where we're at now. Anybody who are my age group, and even some younger, can remember when what's happening now in Jamaica, 17 people shot, 8 dead one time, and all that. That was a no-go and never happened. Go look back at our history. It wasn't happening. So what this trending every time shootout happened now in Jamaica for the last couple of weeks, I've been watching it. What is trending now is telling me that we're copying the same people who we always copy. Them have a saying, you know. What them say? If the US don't shit, Jamaica don't yam. Anything them do, we follow. And it looks like it. We imitate a lot of their lifestyle, a lot of the bad stuff that happens there. May I say if we can imitate more of the good stuff, you know, than the bad stuff. So I want you to listen to this carefully. Now, according to the Jamaica Constabulary Force, in 2022, more than 1,800 children were victims of murder and sexual offenses, including rape. This is real numbers that are out there, and the number was higher. We're just dealing with the numbers, that the cases that were reported. This is Jamaica we're talking about. In 2022, according to the Jamaica Constabulary Force records, more than 1,800 children were victims of murder, sexual offenses, including rape. The recent murder of Daniel Rowe at the time has only heightened the level of brutality. So the nation's Children Fund shows that 80% of Jamaica's children experience violence at home first. 80%. And let's not forget the women. Jamaica has the second highest rate of femicide in the world. And this is according to the Caribbean Policy Research Institute. And they have one of the highest incidents of rape as well, with an estimated 15 to 21.3 per 100,000. Femicide, for those of y'all who are following slowly, is the murder of our females, girls, women. Now, enough of statistics. Take a casual stroll through one of our towns, and you will likely encounter domestic conflict, which is a regular occurrence, flavored by the exchange of choice bad words, "Go suck your mother," and all those kind of things. One of our highly prized and world-renowned exports, because you know everybody around the world wants a bomber clot, rasclot, suck your mother. The ear-splitting boomboxes disturbing people's livelihood with music that constantly pumps this low vibrational material directly into everybody around, not just the children, grown people too. And while sauntering down the road, you run the risk of being mowed down by those homicidal, almost taxi drivers and other drivers as well. Fast and furious, my boss, ying, recklessly on the road. The taxi drivers are out there trying to make a living and get more passengers and see how much money them can get for the day. Sometimes it's not his car him driving, it's a next man car. So he have to make the money for the next man plus make enough for himself. And him don't care who him mow down or which part the car end up. More passenger equal more money. And then there are those who just drive careless for no reason, other than them can drive careless. In a hurry to go nowhere and end up killing off people on the road. Jamaica, in my opinion, is one of the most indisciplined countries in the world, unruliest countries in the world. And this indiscipline comes with crime and violence. Here's another statistic. Jamaica, with approximately 2.8 million people, has 400 gangs. This is not my words. The Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, reported that they are well aware of all the gangs that exist in Jamaica, and he said Jamaica has over 400 gangs. We only have 2.8 million people. What we are doing with 400 gangs? Haiti, on the other hand, in comparison, Haiti has a population estimated at about 11.6 million compared to our 2.8 million people. And Haiti has an estimated 200 gangs. Triple our population, more than triple, more than quadruple our population in number, and half or less of the number of gangs. The way children are treated will, of course, determine the kind of adults that they become. We all agree. So this early days in school, apart from learning the 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic, will help build character, develop inquiring minds, and encourage civic obligations in their communities. But in Jamaica, indiscipline starts early. When indiscipline is rife and the quality of education is poor, when indiscipline is rife and the quality of education is poor, there is violence among students, between students and teachers, and even between parents and teachers as well, which we've seen. We've seen teachers discipline students, and then we've seen parents march up to the school and beat the ras out of the teacher, and teacher and mother are roll upon the ground. We've seen cases now where the students themselves have beaten the daylights out of the teacher, or the teacher in the classroom fighting for their life. So when indiscipline is rife and quality of education is poor, there is violence among students, there's violence between students and teachers, and even between parents and teachers. Nobody now talk about the violence between parents and the student and when them reach at them yard. That's another one. And then you have the gangs in the communities that are waiting with open arms to recruit the indisciplined students. But there's still hope for young, innocent minds, though. Let's look at the glass like half full instead of half empty. The home. Nowhere in our culture is there an institution that can more deeply serve the needs of our maturity than in the home. The home helps to build the character, instills affection, teaches responsibility, and most importantly, it is at home where self-control is taught, learned, exercised, demonstrated until it becomes a part of the child. Self-control. But alas, Jamaica is riddled with dysfunctional homes. And now remember, the home is where it's supposed to start. And the home is the most powerful institution. But Jamaica is riddled with dysfunctional homes. Children are victimized inside of their homes. They are beaten inside of their homes, sexually molested inside of their homes, neglected inside of their homes, and then they become victimizers and aggressors themselves. Here goes the cycle, right? Hurt people hurt people. So the scourge of fatherless boys, that's rampant. Who are their role models? These fatherless boys. Boys who grew up without fathers, they are more likely to be aggressive. They're more likely to drop out of school. They're more likely to become addicted to drugs. They're more likely to end up in gangs. They're more likely to follow bad company. They are more likely to end up in prison. They are more likely to end up committing the more serious crimes in the country: rape, murder. They easily fall prey to bad influences and gangs. Do children learn violence from the role models in their families or from their heroes that they see on television and in their favorite dance hall songs? Consider these lyrics, courtesy of dancehall artist Movado. Never know, some AK still. At the head boss, like Bumblebee, like Bombay. Kill that in a church when the pastor pray. Murder your little brother on the funeral day. Cut the newborn throat. Cause you know, me no play. I'll go further back. One that is from Beenie Man that stuck with me from I was a child. Man a bad man, wicked man, no take man for toy. With me Glock in a me hand, mark, kill and destroy. Me murder your mama, make your papa start cry. Police boy see me and say me. Mama, your son him a go die. 21 copper shot blow the poor soldier life. Beanie say, what do we think about these songs and these lyrics and the impact they have on our children's mind or on the more violent people within our society's mind then? Studies from North American Journal of Medicine and Science shows that graphic, lyrical content in music can impact adolescent behavior. Other studies concluded that exposure to this type of material, though, to include movies where you see gunshots hit forehead and the brain go flying out the back, they do have an impact. However, that impact is small and not so significant. I disagree. What about guns? Guns surely make it easier for people to kill. Let me pause for a second and say this. You see the older generation of artists, them shouldn't have nothing to say to new generation of artists because it was the old generation of artists that started it. The new generation just kind of tried to see where the shock and awe was because people get tired of it. It's boring now. So how much more can I do? You don't talk about shoot boy already. Me have to go be wickeder than that. So me want to cut baby throat. Me want to murder you, and then when you have your funeral, me come shoot up the funeral and kill your mother upon your funeral day. Me want to do, you know, and that. But for those of us who've been around for a while, like Baby Sham, a witch gala session now stuck. Right now, what that run they cut. Remember? What was that about? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was about oral sex. That was about woman. Casadengo, right? Right. Now, when you have who was riding the charts heavy, super influential and super famous, telling them, oh, which gala session are suck. Right now, what that run the cut. Right now, what that run the cut. So you were telling the girls them from back then, we don't want to hear that from you no more. Lady Star did I try counteract, and Lady Star did I say something about under the sycamore tree. A boy want to bow and me tell him to cree or flee. It was under the sycamore tree. So it was always been in our music. And a which gala session now suck. All right, now what that run the cut. So now today when we hear the big artists, them are the older men in the industry talking about, we don't know them little youth here, everything are done in a throat, everything are them get it from. Uno pave the way. Right now the youth them are think about bust out head and cut. Man a bad man, wicked man, not take man for toy. With me Glock in my hand, mark, kill and destroy. Murder your mama. What me mama do you? Murder me mama, make your papa start crying. Why you want to see my daddy cry? All right, sir. So, back to this. What about guns? Guns surely make it easier for people to kill people. Nonetheless, people do not automatically kill one another just because they have access to guns. Fair game. The Israelis and the Swiss, they are armed to the teeth, but they have a low rate of gun crimes. Think about that. And among American states, Maine, North Dakota, those are the states that probably have the most guns and they have the lowest homicide rate in the United States of America. Almost every home in these two states have guns. Right. Now, some researchers chant the mantra. Oh, yeah, say get a story, Dorothy T. What tell Mikey say? Okay. Some researchers chant the mantra that violence is a public health problem, as if we were contagious or it's a mental disease. It's not a disease in the medical sense. Certainly, some individuals are genetically more prone to violence than others. Men naturally kill more than women do. This is a study over time that has proven that. That hunter-gatherer thing that's in men, that knock her over the head and drag her back to the cave, something. Hunga, before we could have said, what, let me talk to you now. You know, see her and lick her down and drag her around the sun and have your way. and then there came society with laws and rules. You can't do that again, kind of thing. Not true? Right. So some researchers are chanting the mantra that violence is a public health problem as if it were contagious or it was a mental disease. It's not a disease in the medical sense. Certainly, some individuals are genetically more violent than others. Men kill more than women. The lion's share of killing are young men between the ages of 15 and 30. This is Jamaica. The lion's share of the killing in Jamaica are done by young men between the ages of 15 and 30 years old. They tend to have a distinctive personality profile: impulsive, low intelligence, hyperactive, attention deficit, easily angered, and very vindictive. We could go through them there. The lion's share of the killings in Jamaica, studies have shown, are done by young men between the ages of 15 and 30. Yeah, and they all share something in common, a set of traits. Impulsive. Impulsive means you just see it and do it. You don't think about consequences. Science says that the part of your brain, your frontal lobe, that deals with executive thinking, higher level decision making skills, impulse control. We study this in OT. Impulse control. That part of your brain is not developed fully until you are somewhere 25 and above. For some people, it's later. So 15 to 30, you could see how this plays into effect. Impulsive is the first one. Yo, dog, come up with a slap with that boy there. Who him? Now say a word in a charging. Give me a tool. Gone. Do it. No stopping to think, damn, if I do this, they might catch me. They might have a whole heap of camera around the place. Me have to go do 30, 40 years in a prison. Prison life no good. They're not thinking. Just impulsive. When you say to me, youth, hey boy, I can't disrespect you, pull out knife and stab you up already. They're not thinking, you know what? I could have do you something, but I'm going to walk away. Just impulsively stab you up and then later think, oh, damn, stab up the youth. Impulsive. Low intelligence. Low intelligence. Remember, dunce is being promoted now in our culture, Back of the class, no subject, dunce. We all see the dunce put on a book bag the other day. Remember the little boy was going out to school with the dunce bag on his back? Somebody thought that was a bright idea, that they were going to win some big award or have a lot of sales because the book bag said dunce. And I said to myself, which teacher was going to allow a student to come into the school wearing a bag on their back that said dunce? But I forgot that times have changed. In my time, you couldn't do it. In my time, it was embarrassing to be called dunce. You want to fight a boy if him call you dunce, or when you know say you're dunce, You're not own dunce, Ain't nobody owning no dunce, Today, them tell you to your face, say them dunce. Then we tell you to your face, them not have no sense. My chip lick, my head mad, me not have no sense. Who used to walk around and talk about I don't have no sense? Nigel Joseph, big up yourself, fam. I appreciate you greatly. Nigel Joseph says, Grand Rising one and all, and thank you to the ancestors and SouFLo. Manners and respect, my brother. I appreciate you greatly for that. Thank you so much. And don't forget to me, I beg you to come. I want to go to a Kartel concert December, and I'll enjoy it for you who is not going to go. Anyway, let's stay on target. Let's stay on subject. We're wrapping it up to the end soon. So, impulsive, low intelligence. They proudly have low intelligence now, and they brag about it. Hyperactive. When I came to America, them they say me hyperactive too. And if you talk to Shakira, she would tell us that my children them hyperactive too. And she always say, them not get that from me. Because naturally her wifey's personality is like this. She can sit down all day in a one corner by herself and be good. Me, I know some mistake. Me have to do 5 different things one time, and I have to be in 3 different places at once, and I'm planning something while I'm doing something else. I just me that. And then my kids, my kids are like that too. If we carry them go beach all day, because we said tonight we want to spend tonight together, right? So we're going to wear them out. We carry them go beach whole day. When we come back in, we are cramp up. We leg are cramp because we're tired, and we belly are cramp and we back are cramp. The picnic them are run round and jump off of the couch. Kai, get up, Milani. Milani, get up and stop that. 11 o'clock at night gone, and we done we're with self out already. You know, they're just super hyperactive. Here's the thing. Yeah, Kai Jai. Some people just born like that, just busybody, super inquisitive, and have to be doing something at all times. But here's the thing. It's dangerous when you have a youth that's like that and you have no one to direct the youth into something progressive and productive to expel all that energy and attention into. You know what I'm saying? Then them go take up friggery and foolishness. And then that's where we're going to have a problem at. So, low intelligence, impulsive, hyperactive. Then you have attention deficit. Attention deficit is the inability to pay attention to one thing for too long. If you understand what's going on right now, you will notice that most today's children, from I would say about the last 10 years coming in, even 15 years coming in, you're talking about the Android phone. You're talking about social media and the rise of social media. You're talking about television and 100 different channels. So people not even sit down no more. Remember, we are old school. We are come from when TV have 1 channel. So we never have a choice. And when time the TVD get 2 and 3 channel, we still never have a choice because when commercial run, there was no break and you couldn't go to the other channel because it never show good yet, and a kind of something like that. In today's world, the whole society is engineered and geared for them to be hyperactive and for them to have a short attention span. Attention deficit disorder, ADD, them call it. ADHD. So you see them, they live life just like how you see them scroll their phone. I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that. Boom, I like that. Pay attention to that for 30 seconds. Hit the thumbs up. Maybe leave a couple of comments. Scrolling again. I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't, I like that. I don't like that, I don't like that. That's the conditioning that's happening. Whether it's somebody I do it or we're being the victims of the con side of the rise of technology. The pros and the cons, this is the con side of the rise of technology, not blaming anybody specifically, right? So with that, this is how they're being raised and bred anyways. So then develop attention deficit disorders. Easily angered. Easily angered. Easily angered could come because people have their issues going on and it's all bottled up, and half of the time a lot of these children are victimized already, whether it's through molestation or abuse, you know, whether it's verbal abuse, physical abuse, molestation, all kind of something. And they often cannot hurt the individuals that have caused this anger and hurt. So they lash out at other people and other people's children. And those are the things. And the last one on the list that they share is vindictiveness. Vindictiveness. Always want revenge. Always want revenge for the smallest things. Yo, I said the sky green. Brother said, no, the sky not green. Me just look on it, it's blue. Yo, I don't like that boy, you know, him chat too much. You know, that pussy there for dead. What goddamn? Why can't he just say the sky is green and you say it's blue and go about your way? Why am I for dead? You know what I mean? Now, our chimpanzee cousins prepared us for violence. They have 96% of our genes and they are the most aggressive mammals. This is science. And let's not forget the impact of hormone testosterone on dominance and violence. Now you have these same youth in that group. This is the highest your testosterone level is probably going to be in your lifetime, between the ages of 15 and 30. After 30 to 40 to 45, you will have a climb and then a tapering off. And then after that, testosterone levels start drop again for man, right? Right. So our chimpanzee cousins have prepared us for the violence, and they are the most aggressive mammals, and they carry 96% of human genes. And let's not forget the impact of hormones and testosterone on dominance and violence. You ever see somebody do roid rage, turn up them testosterone levels so high to get all those muscles and stuff in the gym, and them lift the biggest weight and the body get buff and everything, and then anywhere, out of anywhere, they want to kill somebody. Imagine that happening in your body naturally, combined with all the other things that are happening. It's a disastrous mix. Statistics would indicate that Jamaicans are predisposed to violence, and it's worth mentioning that they may possess genes arising from certain types of ancestors, slaves from warrior tribes. It runs in your blood. You're warlike naturally, that kind of stuff. Remember, we've had this discussion before. Jamaica was the buck-breaking farm. Jamaica was the worst place to go for slavery. You know, anybody was acting up in the US that they couldn't break, they would ship them off to the plantations in Jamaica in exchange for a more broken slave, right? Somebody who's more willing, yes, sir. I was going to stay on this plantation, master, and I was going to work my whole life right here. Use my people, master. I loves you. And them damn ones that ended up in Jamaica, they wanted to set the damn plantation on fire. Them no one do no slavery. Them a burn up everything. Them a chop up everybody. Gotta get rid of him. Gotta punish him in the worst way so the rest stop doing what they doing. So they had the most gruesome forms of punishment in Jamaica in place. Naturally, trauma travels. I don't know if you noticed. It's been scientifically proven. Trauma travels. So Jamaica's social ills of poverty, unemployment, social inability, and economic inequality, they're not unique to the world, yet other countries are less violent. We have all those. Other countries have all those as well. But those other countries are far less violent than we are. So we can't really blame it upon just poverty alone. So what's wrong with our people then? What to we, Jamaica? After all, people are the perpetrators, not the country. A cursory glance at the acquaintance known to be a troublemaker in your community may offer a clue. Look on one of the gunman, them bad man, them troublemaker in your community. You may see a clue as to his potential to be violent. If you start watching from him young and come up, you can look upon them and say, boy, you know, him look like he might be trouble later, you know. Not saying that you're going to be 100% right, but the precursors are normally there and visible. You know, is he greedy or power hungry or willing to use short-term or illegal methods to acquire money? Does he have high self-esteem or low self-esteem? Which makes him more susceptible to ego, threats by punishing the critics, thus boosting his ego and establishing his dominance? Does he enjoy sadistic acts? Does he practice antisocial behaviors? Ever since St. Augustine prayed, Lord, make me caste, but not yet, individuals have struggled with self-control. We are all confronted with threats, People with weak self-control are more likely to retaliate with acts of violence. When insulted, jealous, and frustrated, we are susceptible to the temptations that come to blows. But with self-control, we can resist. Yeah, man, enough time, wifey said some things and I want to just lift her by her neck and fling her across the room. I'm not telling no lie. I'm not going to sit here and act like it don't happen in my mind. It does. I've strangled her many times in my mind. I'm not going to strangle her in her real life, though. I would never put my hands on her in a way that she wouldn't want me to put my hands on her in. But how many can say that? And I don't sit up here on no high horse and act like me never do it in my life before. I've lived long enough to be able to like face my own demons and say, you have to stop doing this and that in order to become a better person. So this work in progress has been years in the making. But coming from this same stuff I'm reading to you about, this culture, this background, I'm one of them. So I speak from that place too. See? A boy that diss me in a certain kind of way that you can make me feel threatened, like say, he would do me something, I'll do him something before him do me something. Guns all around me, all the time. What do I choose to do? Take for myself, fast. Not gonna sit anywhere because me know say me have a gun. Them never stop make my gun when them did make gun. Them never run out a bullet when time them did give me the fuel when me buy. Right? But I'm thinking ahead. Self-control. Self-esteem. Ego. Pleasing the ego. Remember I told y'all earlier during the week, kill that ego before the ego kills you? A lot of people answer to their ego. Them self-esteem already low. So they answer their ego. Ego in your ears I talk about, oh, that boy, if it diss you like that, dog. And then that part of you that says, boy, you know, you really not get too much girl or woman attention or nothing like that, even though you like the girls, them people always call you ugly because you don't have no features like Ken and like T-Roy and them boy, they are pretty boy. And you them call ugly man. And a boy over there so say, move on, go with your ugly self. Next thing you know, you pull out knife and stab him up. Oh yeah, talk to boy. Cut up a boy, stab up a boy. That's your ego, you know. Self-esteem did low. You never have the part there yourself where say, no matter how much people tell me, say me ugly, me look for myself, I see a beautiful, handsome God's creation. That not developing at them. Now, when insulted or when frustrated, we are susceptible to temptation and susceptible to come to blows. But with self-control, we can resist. Back to the beginning of what we started talking about, these things have to be taught at home from a young age. Self-control. Nowhere else is going to teach self-control better than home. Conflict resolution. Nowhere else is going to teach a child conflict resolution better than home. Me and wife there argue. And I say to her sometimes, say, yo, this is the example we're setting for our kids. Now, you know, so if we end up break up, you know what our kids are going to think? When time comes for them, getting their relationships, until they sort this out. Because anything that's poured into you will have to process out of you before you can get to being a healed individual. Used to watch my mother and father fight all the time. Daddy beat up mommy, mommy this, that. That's what's going to happen to you. Even when you say, me nah do it. Because that Mr. Them do. It's going to happen. And you're going to have to face it. And you're going to have to fight to make it not happen. And you're going to hate that part of yourself for a while. Until you get rid of it. Fight in front of your children. Remember I told you all that the marriage counselor that said, you don't understand how people say, fight, don't ever fight in front of your children. It ruins them. And he said, I'm not talking about no physical fight. You verbally sparring, get it out. Fight in front of your children. Your children are paying attention. Make up in front of them same children too, though. So those children understand conflict resolution. My daddy and my mama got into it all the time. They argued. I never seen my dad choke up my mama like punch her in her mouth and fight her. He never packed his stuff and left us. They worked through whatever it is they were going through. And then they got back to loving on each other again. That's some important seeds to sow in your children, or should be sown in children. That's why a lot of children end up in relationship. Remember the guy that called me a couple of years ago? He was like, SouFLo, on morning thoughts. Me hear what you saying, brother, but check this out. Any girl me there with, she have to can't take beating. Yeah, me a beat out her blood clot. I was like, are you trolling, trying to make a joke? Yeah, look for likes or something? He was like, nah, SouFLo, I'm dead serious. Any girl me there with have to take beating. I said, bro, one part of me wanted to hang up the phone and say, man, move with that stupidness. But I had to seek to find out why. Because I know there are more like him. And the brother said, because I grew up in a house with beer woman in there. 5 women, and I was the only boy in the house. My auntie, my granny, my mother, and my sister and something. And he was the only boy. And him said, them 5 women, they abuse him. They abused the hell out of him. So from he was a little boy, he said to himself, you see, when me grow up, any woman me go around, I bear abuse for that. I said, damn, you need help. You need serious help. But that's to show you how real this is. You know what I mean? So self-control. With self-control, we can resist. But if self-control is not taught from a young age, it's going to be hard for them to access because the brain normally goes right to what it knows first. It also allows self-restraint and the postponement of immediate gratification, which would lead to self-harm. The immediate gratification thing. Boy, this you thump him in the mouth. You feel good now. But what are the consequences after? Him pull out a gun and shoot you in your chest. What are the consequences after? You thump him and drop, lick him head, dead. Now you're charged for murder. What are the consequences after? You see what I'm saying? Now, for most people, violent impulses are typically restrained by inner inhibitions and self-control. Self-control may fail because upbringing and socialization have not made it through enough, or because the Jamaican culture tells people that it is appropriate for you to lose control. Madhead, sickhead, brother chip lick. Yo, fuck up place, dog. Let them talk to you, so. Right. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you, Flo?
I'm doing good, my brother. What going?
Good day. They have a saying that if you don't get healed from what hurt you, you bleed on people that it didn't even cut you.
Say that again. If you don't get healed from what hurt you, you will bleed on people who didn't even cut you.
Yeah.
Damn. I like how that sounds. That's factual. That is factual. That's damn.
Flo, one more thing. I was trying to call you earlier. Do you know how it feels when a person look up to you and they're a huge fan of you? It's based on when the lady called earlier. Some people, they just want to hear your voice, and that will make their entire day going on. So I think when the lady called, she was delighted just to hear your voice in real time, and that will make her day.
Yeah.
You have to understand that I'm rocking with you from you just starting.
Right.
But some people see you famous, and some people is a huge fan of you. So that's how they react when they're a fan of you.
Absolutely. And I get that. I understand that. I understand that.
Okay, Flo,
Yes,
let me
brother.
ask you something now. Earlier you talked about say you're afraid of creepy crawling.
Yes, big time.
So as a big infantry soldier over 10 years, lie down on him belly in a battlefield and something crawl upon him and he drop in gun and a jump up, they shake out close.
No, no, I mean, later they have to deal with it. So we learn self-control to a different level. May I scream inside of myself. What they happened to me now?
Because I remember saying that a little moth or a little bug.
Yeah.
You're like 300 times bigger than it.
Yeah.
So how you afraid of it?
Me don't know, brother, but me afraid of it. Anything with crawl or flying roach, yo, me chuck through the window head first. Don't even open the window. Me broke up
so
the window.
You can't bug up your wife then you can't go say, oh, you're afraid of a roach, but you want bad milk.
Yeah. And a Westmoreland, she come from some PR badness different too. I throw one.
Hey, Flo, say, I will be driving the car. And if I ever feel something that crawl on me, my whole entire day, especially if you mash out it.
Yo, my wife can tell you that same scenario then. I drive the car one day, I feel something from my legs, leg of steering wheel and everything in the bro. I'm afraid of anything, man, with creepy crawly, man.
I run off the road one time and climb the banking, but me did swing back the car in the road. And guess what almost caused an accident?
What?
I leave in that car, and me jump and flash.
I wish it did there, because I don't remember as one did crawl pop me, but it wasn't nothing either, so we can relate to your story.
Yeah, man, so if you tell a person, say, a leaf almost cost me for right off in a tree, they wouldn't even believe me.
Yeah, man, you're afraid of creepy call it too. We can't even say it. You're afraid of them too.
I'm not afraid of them because me step on them and defeat them. It's just when they catch you off guard.
You know what I think the fear is? Many people get bite by insect already and them allergic, so them swell up and then them dead or all kind of something. Anything crap on me, and they never bite me before. Me don't know if it'll kill me or not. Me not ready for dead yet.
Me just not like nothing crawl on my skin, man.
Yeah, me neither. At all.
Alright, big up yourself, my boy.
Manners are respect, king.
Yeah.
No, that's not the brother who support Trump. That's somebody said that sound like him. That's not him. Lovely Eleka says, LOL. Remember when we go Florida and drive and bees fly in the car. Me jump out and make the car run. I make the car run, God. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, if me in the room with you, I see a flying roach, just know say a beer madness are go on, cause I'm out of there. You know how the roach them pitch. We'll end this morning with this story. So believe it or not, a lot of what I just read came from an article. Ethan Lowe, who is a medical doctor, he sent this to the Jamaica Observer, and you can actually get to Dr. Ethan Lowe at Ethan, ETHON Lowe, LOWE at gmail.com. If you're somebody who's in the audience who's into like behavioral science or anything like that, or have any opinion towards the stuff we just talked about. But let's finish up on a light note this morning. See, I love your Jamaica and Jamaican people at home and abroad. I love your Caribbean people. We're a special people. We're a resilient people. We're jovial people. We are all of the things that are good and bad, but I love the good part more than anything else about us, right? From with food to with music to with attitude about life to everything like that. And I want to keep it that way for us. And I want us and these good feelings to be something in the future, even when we're not here, for our offsprings them. So them can come enjoy life and laugh like we and talk like we like this. I don't want to know that we are witnessing the end of us. Because that's what it seems like a lot of the time, especially Jamaica and how Jamaica is running. You know what I mean? But let's finish with a light story. Speaking of creepy crawlies, me, I'm afraid of creepy crawlies to the point where, listen, me sit down already. I took a contract in OT. I told the story already, but for those who never heard it, I took a contract in OT, and my first contract, me fresh out of school, you know, me don't have no money, you know, me used to be broke, you know. When me say broke, you see, me have one gun, and me used to pawn my gun at the pawn shop, and the pawn shop give me money, and me use the money pay my bills, and when me get paid, me go back and take my gun from the pawn shop, and the next week, me broke again, me have to go pawn back my gun, take the money, pay my bills, and pawn. So me did broke, flat broke. Now I'm glad to graduate school. That's why I tell people, man, I don't want to hear about your excuses. You understand? Your circumstances. I asked my children today, did y'all know that I was super broke and we didn't have nothing? And one of my children, my son said, you know, we never felt any of what you just said. But that's for the next note. So my first contract, me dead on in Texas now. Me left Florida. Me drive my little jalopy car, go we at Texas, me take on the contract. Can't wait to make my first paycheck because the paycheck stands to be very substantial. And I say, okay, I'm in the money. Arrive at the medical facility, check in. I don't start working until the next 2 days. I checked in the Friday evening, and I have Saturday and Sunday to drive around and see the town. And Monday morning, I start work. Right? Very motivated, left my family and gone. We get a hotel room. The cheapest hotel in the town, cause some way far out place. I lay down in the hotel room and I go bed. And I feel something run from my foot, come all the way up on my chest, so run past my neck and bounce off. I was like, what was that? Or maybe I threw me a drop asleep and you know something that fooled me. So I stay up this time. And I'm in the dark, right? And I'm looking, and a roach fly over me, pitch upon me, and sent me into a friggin' hysterics. I turned on the light in the room, and I was surrounded by roaches. Long story short, the people them next door who was staying in the long-term motel that I was staying in, them over there with one cook plate, them a cook, and the food a boil over, and it looked like they were on drugs because the place did nasty when we finally got into the place. Because I run out of the room, I run downstairs right to the desk, and I told the person who was on duty, I said, hey, roaches are all over the room upstairs. And the lady was like, what? Roaches? I said, yes, they're everywhere. You got the big flying ones, and they were flying around the room and stuff. But I'm afraid. I couldn't even go back in our room. I'm going to go buy about 10 can of roach spray. I'm spray and spray till I'm tired, and then I sleep somewhere else for 24 hours and come back in the room. No roaches, bare dead roach all over the place. Eventually, they open the door to the person's next door and find bare nastiness over there, like feces, food everywhere. I mean, they wrecked the place, and that's where the roaches were coming from, over to my little place. So the way how the roach pitch for the curtain and just look and then fly over me and jump on me, and the way how me jump up and take off, may I tell you, no creepy crawlies for me. I'm super afraid of them. So if you want to frighten me, put a flying roach in the room, put a lizard, put anything like that, I'm out of there. With that said though, manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in this morning. Big up yourself. I appreciate you being here. Shout out to the people them who tuned in late. I will say the message again that YouTube is dealing with us on a kind of way where our notifications are not going out. But please remember that I am here every morning of the week, except for one time when I take that day off. But tune in before your notification so you know that I'm here. All right? Have a wonderful weekend. Bless up and go with God and be good. If you can't be good, like my granny used to say, be careful. But it's best to just be good. All right? I'm out. Peace.